Hello and welcome to Make It Make Sense with Auntie. Of course, I am Auntie. I want to apologize first of all to all of my listeners for last week. We do apologize for missing. So for those that were tuned in, we really again want to apologize if you were there, but we are back in full effect. So we are back today. I do have a guest that will be on in a little bit, and we will be discussing why is it taboo for men to express their emotions. Um, that's going to be everything ties together. So that's going to be something that we're going to delve into. Miss K will be here in a little bit, of course. Um, just before we get started, I do have like a lot of stuff that we are working on, that we are going on, that we do have going on. If you would like to donate to anything that we have going on, it is cash out $ AUNTI 79 is streaming across the screen. If you can see it, for those of you that can't see it, AUNTI 79. We have, if you have a youth organization, if you have any type of, or if you have children, not even just a youth organization, I do have a program that we have. It is of course, if you've seen it, the Blood Don't Make You Family. We do have, it has a couple of different modules to it, where if you have, like I say, children, especially youth ages 10 up to about 23 years old is where it works. I mean, I'm pretty sure adults can use the same thing. If you needed to, it's something that you can use as a family resource. We do have these available. There are downloads. If you are if you are subscribed to the page, or if you are subscribed to, if you are on the Make It Make Sense with Auntie Facebook group, then you did see today I did post a couple of different. There was a couple different things that I did post. How you doing? Show out the head up. We did post some things for the men, and it was some statistics that we did post. And this is for the women too. I'm not gonna just say for the men. It was for the women too. And today, again, the women gonna feel like I'm bashing them, but we're really not here to bash them. We are here to get to the bottom of everything. So, Mr. Walter, I would ask the second question: why do women only want us to show our soft emotions? They don't want us to be strong, prideful, and lead. They want us to cry on their shoulder and listen to their problems. That's an excellent question, Walter. And so to answer that, I don't, well, I can't say I don't think. So I do know there are some women out there that do prefer a more softer man. Now, that could come from, a lot of different things. That could come from, past trauma. That could come from, there could be something that they've dealt with in past relationships. It could be something from childhood. And I'm not gonna say that. I can't say, because I want my man to be strong. I love my man to be prideful. I love my man to lead. And I, for one, when my partner, me and my partner, if I see my partner getting to a point where it's like, I won't say weak, or if I see that like maybe they falling or what's going on, I try to pull into them to reassure them, because you always have to let your partner know that they're the lead. I did see my boy Zoe. He had a post today, and it was, I seen it was about a woman, about should a woman lead. And I'm gonna say this, you know what I'm saying? And I know everybody that know me, I'm pretty sure they say, oh, how I am very opinionated. I do say a lot of stuff, and I mean everything that I say. I do. I also tell everybody, it's a time and a place, and I always tell in a relationship, for a healthy relationship, I'm very dominant. But if you've been listening to me, and it's been almost a year that you've heard me saying that to be submissive is what a woman should acquire for. I want to be able to be soft. I want to be able to not have to lead. I don't mind having to pick that up in the event that that's what my partner needs for me to pick that up. But as far as me going in wanting to be the leader, absolutely not. Now we can walk side by side, and I completely understand that. And my response to that post, well, we're supposed to be learning from our mate or the male. We're supposed to be learning from him. we supposed to learn, and I think that's what we got lost at a lot in society because it's became a thing more of power and control more than actually leading in the situation. Now it's not so much as about me leading, it's about the fact that I can lead and this is what's going to be done. So I think that's why a lot of relationships aren't healthy, and I think that's why a lot of women look for a softer man because I do feel like some men have been put in a position where they have to strive so hard and always overdo it when it comes to being a man, um, which actually leads into some of the statistics that I had looked up because when it comes to abuse, it was that men often face a lot of barriers when it comes to emotional abuse, when it comes to domestic violence, when it comes to a lot of stuff, they don't speak up because of the expectation of masculinity. So, I feel like there should be a level ground in between it because yes, we know that the man is supposed to be masculine, that they're supposed to lead, those are the attributes that we do see when it comes to a man, that he's supposed to be a provider, and that is true. But I think we also need to understand that in doing all of that, he needs to have a strong, foundation that's behind him. Yeah, he can help put down that foundation. He can be responsible for the upkeep of that foundation. But if he don't have a foundation to tend to, then like really what can you expect besides a person that becomes angry and then or you do have people that become shameful or they just the whole fear of how people gonna reject them or if they feel like it's serious what their family members are gonna say. It's so much stuff that plays into that, and I don't think that okay, let's say this. When it comes to like certain things, when it comes to the expectation of a man to be soft, when it comes to the expectation of these certain men to go to certain restaurants, when it comes to, I feel like that is just a certain group of women. I don't feel like they speak for the entire um, women population because that's not, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the whole, oh, you only can take me to this restaurant or me and you can't date. I don't agree with the, oh, you're not allowed to express your emotions. Yes, I won't, Walter, I would like for my partner to express what he going through with me. We have that. So we do talk a lot. So we have that communication sometimes between both of us. We might want to shut down. We might not want to express how we feeling. We do that. That's gonna be that's gonna happen. But as far as wanting my man to be weak or wanting him to be soft, no, I don't want that. That's not something that I would want. I'm not looking for that at all, for that to be like, oh, I want to depend on this man, he's soft, or I want to be with him because he gonna do this. No, I would want to feel the level of security, to know that okay, I can depend on him because I know he ain't finna put up with that. He not finna go through that. That doesn't mean that I need somebody that's mean and abusive and all that. It just needs to be a healthy balance. So, and in saying that, Walter, I'm pretty sure you gonna be, what I'm saying, this gonna go right up your alley. When you said that about the women, so I did. I went and looked it up to see what is the issue with women and men and when men set boundaries. So a lot, when I looked at the statistics on different things, it was almost as if um it's exactly what you said, Walter, because it's the level of masculinity, I guess, that a woman puts on a man is based on her own needs, if that makes sense. Because it says 64% of women feel responsible for managing their partner's emotions, and that was based off of an article in Psychology Today. So if you have 64% of women, if they feel that a man can't think for themselves or they have to be the one that speak up for that person, that emotions. And I know myself, I done been guilty of it. Well, the person that told me I done overspoke what they were telling me, like they was trying to explain how they was feeling and I was projecting my feelings onto them. So I work on that. You know what I'm saying? I continually work on that. But for it to be a 64% of women to feel that they are responsible for managing those partners' emotions, I can only imagine. Walter says, why can't men set boundaries if they are the providers? I mean, I just think women have too much say at the house. Walter, I agree. I agree. So this right, that's what I'm saying. So today, today's show, the today's show is dedicated to the male's emotions and why is it taboo, or why is it that women feel that, you know what I'm saying, men don't have emotions, or they have to monitor a male's emotions or tell a man how to feel. I don't think that's right. I don't. And I'll tell a man quit, like, no, this is on you, not so much as giving them control of me, but you know what I'm saying, letting them know like this is where it's supposed to be. I understand that because, like I said, there are a lot of men that have been hurt. There are a lot of men that have been through a lot of things. There are a lot of men that have been raised, and we're gonna talk about that. They have been raised, and a lot of that trauma comes from being raised by their mothers. I'm just gonna say it for what it is. It's the truth. You have women that raise their sons, and when the son get grown, he's either looking for a mother figure, or he's resentful against his mother for things that she's done. Hey, Miss K, how you doing?
Hey, baby.
So it comes that the men, you know what I'm saying. So a lot of times um, they don't express themselves, or they feel like, why should I express myself? So Miss K, you came in today. We're gonna talk about why is it taboo for men to express their emotions. It's I know you probably seen I had posted a lot of different stuff that was like a lot of statistics and different things in regards to men. And Walter had a question. He said, why do women feel that a man has to be soft around them, or express their feelings, when it comes to, like I explained to him, that when it comes to certain situations, yeah, you do have some women that's how they move. They move based off of a man's emotions. If he can't be hard, or if he can't be a certain way, they know they can't deal with them. Or if they be too soft, it's different levels to it. There he go. Ooh, there he go. He right on time.
Mr. Rob.
All right,
What's going on?
there y'all go. So we have Mr. Rob with us today. So, DC, if you could pull that question back up for us, please, so Mr. Rob can get a second to look at that question. All right. So, Rob, this question here.
So hold on. That was going off of what you had said earlier.
But that's what we're
I
going
was gonna
off
get a
of.
question for
Somebody's question. This is actually we're gonna talk about what I told you, but this is
right.
actually this is one of the listeners' questions.
She said, "Why do?" She said, "Why is it? Why do women?" Man, listen. I don't been in situations where I don't been on both sides where women talk to me, and then I'm been on the side where women don't talk unless they're emotional about things, right?
Mm-hmm.
One thing I know for sure, this is tall tale. I know this for sure. When a woman speak to a real man,
Mm-hmm.
not them other dudes, but when she speak to a real man and she's comfortable with that man, she'll spill the beans. She'll tell you her whole life story.
Mm-hmm. We agree. Okay, so yeah, so we were, and then his other is, why can't men set boundaries if they are the providers? I mean, I just think women have too much say at the house.
I kind of said something about this earlier on one of my posts.
Right.
Women want men to be men until they are men. You get what
Wait,
I'm
you said
saying? I
I
said
I get that.
women want men to be men until they are men. Like say we at the grocery store and you get into it with somebody and I say, hey, get in the car. Now I mean you ain't my daddy. You don't tell me what to do. Who you think you is?
No
But I'm
lies
trying to get us
detected.
out the equation. I'm trying to
okay,
get us out the
okay.
equation to keep you from going to jail and keep me from going to jail.
No lies detected.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree. I agree.
So it's hard. It's hard for women. It's hard for women now, and a lot of people don't want to believe this, but we made our own monsters when it come down to y'all women. We made our monsters because we left the kids with y'all. We left out of the house because we didn't want to hear the nagging and all this stuff. So we leaving our kids behind. So you got to raise these kids. You already angry about that. Then you don't want to help this woman take care of this kid. So she angry about that. Then she worried about how she gonna feed all of these children. She mad about that. So how you gonna leave somebody to fend for themselves, and then when they start fending for themselves, now you mad.
Right.
So I mean, we built our own monsters.
I agree. So I was reading some statistics that they said when it comes to women that have issues with men setting boundaries. And I ain't even gonna lie, as a woman, these numbers blew the hell out of me. And I ain't gonna lie, it's Rob's fault that I be going looking up all these women's statistics ever since he came up with that women cheating. Listen, listen, I can't help it. So it's like, okay, so they say on a study that was done by Psychology Today, 64% of women feel responsible for managing their partner's emotions.
Would
So,
that be a
and
reaction on how they handle situations?
all of it. And you know what? And I can agree with this. And it was like, damn. When I read that, because and I looked at it, now I could be wrong, but me looking at it, the way I looked at it was it's 64% of us out there that's doing too much when it comes to the men. Like we trying to tell them how to
I didn't get that from that.
see, I get that we're it's when it comes to that. I mean, like we feel. I understand when they say, yeah, you know, that we have to be responsible because a man don't express their emotions. Because I'm gonna get into statistics with that too. I'm gonna get into that too. Trust me, I got you. That's why I
That's
called you
right.
because I got you. But I also feel like when it came to me, it was like, dang. So is out of them 64%, like how many of them 64% is real deal? You know what I'm saying? Putting their emotions in there, trying to make this man have emotions that he may or may not have for real.
That's
You know
what
what I'm saying?
y'all have to do. That's what y'all have to do. Just think about it. All our life, we've been told, "Bruh, suck it up. You a man. You
Right,
can't cry." If
right,
I got hit by a car, my mama cussed me out because I got hit by a car.
right.
So if
It's
my
true.
mama didn't allow me to be emotional and cry and all of that, how am I gonna go around a woman? And I've been trained my whole life by my mama, my sisters, my grandmama, my aunties. You are a man. You are not to cry. So now I get around you, I can't show emotion because I'm 46 and I've been doing it my whole life.
And that right there is like when I tell you he hit the nail on the head because I know excuse me, in what I do every day, you know what I'm saying? And I talk to a lot of men and I especially talk to a lot of our men. And that's why y'all missed if y'all missed the beginning of the show. Like I said, you know, it's a lot of women that we have caused a lot of damage to these men, and it starts as the mother too. It starts from the mother. And I've been listening to all the little talk shows and podcasts that's been going on, and they've been speaking on this issue. It does. A lot of that stuff comes from, and then again, it go back to the man in the household. Because when you have a man that's missing from the household, then the mama do what? She take on to that son as the man in the household. And then that becomes emotional abuse because now you got a child that's trying to live up to the man that's in the household.
My
And,
mother,
or,
my mother started smoking drugs when I was like 12 or 13. I had just freshly got shot. I got shot in the chest when I was finna turn 13. Even with me not being able to move around like I needed to, I know I still got
mhm.
sisters and I got a little brother. I got to take care of them. My mama high, I got to take care of them. So now all of that fun, outside playing, that's over with. I got children to take care of now.
All right.
So there was no room for emotion.
And I, I,
So
I, I, I want to apologize to the men for women. Like for me, I don't know about the rest of them hoes, but I know for me, I apologize to the men because it's real deal when you sit down and these last couple of months of doing this podcast has given me nothing but enlightenment, especially when it comes to the man as a species, and then especially as the black man, because I've always been 10 toes down for the black man. It's not that I've ever been prejudiced because I have all types of people in my family. But when it comes to the black man, I have a grandson. I have nephews, I have a daddy, I got uncles, I have cousins. And when you sit here and hear the stories that people start to tell me and people sending in to me, and when I'm sitting there meeting all these men, like it's so crazy. And I thank God for being, I guess I have to thank God for being a plus size woman. This is where plus size women get a check. Because apparently it's very, very easy for men to talk to us. It real deal is.
Okay,
Real
so
shit.
and I can tell you why that is.
Why?
For us, a person that's getting picked on is the person that we can talk to. If I don't know if that makes sense to you.
No, it made plenty of
If we know that people are hurting you and we hurt, man, let me go with them so they can comfort me and I can comfort them.
You just gave me
why you think big girls win?
But you know why you real deal just saying something, because now it makes me understand a whole lot more when I get the angry man. And I said that about the man. When a man get angry, I learned that you are a hurt individual. And then the thing is, when you come to a plus size chick, y'all feel like, well, I'm not gonna say y'all, but a lot of men feel like we the bottom of the barrel. So if we can't get the plus size chick, we just doing bad. And when I tell you, I realize that because the way these men get hurt and angry and the stuff that they say that comes out of their mouth, I tell them, oh, you come from a childhood trauma situation. You real deal got some childhood trauma that you need to deal with.
Hurt people. You look at these men that they first go to is physical violence. That's because he does not know how to express his emotions. He can't get his emotions out, and it frustrates him so bad. Oh, I got to punch something. I got to slap something. I got to choke something. I got to do something because I can't get my emotions out like I want to.
Right.
It's better when a father is around, dog, because men teach other men how to control their emotions. You know what I'm saying? And like my boys talk to me like I'm their partner. You know what I'm saying? Even though they know I run shit, but they talk to me. They come to me about all their problems because I'm the person they can vent to, and they'll never have to hear it again. I'm not gonna get mad at them and tell them, "Oh fuck, nigga, remember when you told me this and you told me that." I'm not gonna never do that. But here's a woman. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all women something, dog, and y'all ain't gonna believe it, but it's true. If you use what that man told you against him just one time, you ain't gotta do it a bunch of times. Just one time, you'll never get the same man back. He'll never be the same. You'll never get nothing out of him ever again.
At all.
I agree. And I'm gonna say this, I have had to deal with the man that has dealt with that so much from women, that when you come to this man, a lot of men, and I'm not gonna say one particular, when you come to this man, and that's why I say, and I'm gonna go back to Auntie Chris is the cleanup woman. I'm just gonna say that. I truly am. Because I realize that it's so many individuals out here, and now I know why it's hard for the dating in society in 2024. I real deal do, like, I know, like, I done cracked that open, because it's so many hurt individuals, like it's so many hurt, and women too, but it's so many hurt people that when a person comes to them that is, number one, genuine. First of all, the worst part about it is when they got to come and do that whole 360 and come back to you because you was right from when the beginning, and when they was looking for and searching for whatever else they was out there looking for. Then when they do come back and they realize, like, damn, you was just trying to keep it 100 the whole time. Right. Because I don't see how any individual could be okay with being a partner to somebody that's broken.
That's right.
I can't see, like, even when I'm having, and I deal with what I call functioning depression, because I have PTSD from a lot of stuff that I dealt with. But even when it's me, like, dealing with some stuff or trying to pour into my partner or some stuff, it's just like, that made me sad. I can't see how women want to do that. It made me sad to be around a man that just, like, looks sad and depressed, or something bothering them.
You know why?
I don't see how these women do it.
I'm feeling scared of shit out of a lot of women, but you know what, me and T? Because that bitch is his piece. Listen, that girl he going to cheat with, she ain't saying nothing. She ain't nagging with him. She gonna listen to everything he's saying. Baby, you want something to eat? She gonna Don't worry about it. I got it. She taking his shoes off. She ain't worried about none of them other hoes in the streets. She ain't even worried about his girl. She ain't worried about nothing. And he can go there and be peaceful.
I ain't
That's
gonna
what
lie.
he
I don't
going
play.
for. That man is not going for the pussy, man. The pussy is just an extra incentive. But he going for the piece of her.
No lies, no lies detected, because I have turned down a lot of men. That's why I had to tell a couple of females, baby, you better be lucky that I'm not messy and I don't move like you, because I'm the chick and the reason why your man is back home over there. Because you know what I'm saying. And some women, and it has to be said, some women they can't be friends to themselves, so they can't welcome no other woman without thinking that woman cheating, because that's what they do. And I you messed me up with them cheating statistics. Listen, I started asking people questions, and it was like, dang.
It's crazy. Do
And
you
then,
know how many men? Do you know how many men think those kids are his biological kids?
oh my God, listen. Oh my God, the stories that they sent me, it was too many stories that I got within the last couple of weeks. It's so many stories of men telling me this, and I'm just like, dang, it's gonna be bad when I start to expose them. They already say I be exposing. The women mad at me again, and I don't care. Y'all know I don't care. I don't give a damn. Y'all know I don't give a damn about calling y'all out. Because if I called
Man,
you out and you
if
like,
they made it mandatory, to have blood tests at the time of motherfucking delivery, you know how many women would be in that hospital by themselves?
well, they trying to do that. They're trying. They done did it in some states. Some states have already made that effective where you have to do a DNA test. And then they was also trying to do that because of the whole child support thing too.
Right.
How these putting these men on child support, then all these years later they done signed paperwork and all this stuff.
Right. And here's the thing about child support. You don't get 100% of the money that the father sends.
Right.
So the government don't want to send. The government don't want to send nobody no money back. So if I got to give him, if I got to pay back, if we got to pay him back all of his money, that means we got to pay back our part too, and we can't do that.
Right. That's how I was looking at, and I'm just gonna say I'm not real big on the whole music industry, but I am. I get a lot of that stuff that comes through because they be wanting me to talk a lot about the artists and all that stuff they got going on, and I don't really give a damn about what they got going on. I don't. I could care less what they got going on, but that's what y'all want to hear about. So I was looking at some of the stuff, and they sent me the video of Rick Ross on Father's Day, and I couldn't do that. And then they showed the response of his baby mama. I forgot what her name is, but they showed her response, and he was literally dancing because he was like, the best Father's Day gift you could get is to make your last payment for child support. And she is pissed.
Oh yeah.
Like, she's so pissed. And I was like, dang, like, real deal. What are these women
And
gonna do with all this crazy stuff when they go in there and tell you, I need a receipt for every dollar that you done spent on this child for this month?
and here's the real kicker. I understand that money helps with finances in the woman's home, but you ain't put nothing up for that child. Every child support payment you could have been putting up $20.
But
Now
I
that
can
baby
only
got something to
imagine.
step out in the world with.
I can only imagine the amount of money that she get. Like some of these women, when I sit here and look at the child support, like I looked at one girl, and it was like she was, oh, I get $2,000 a month in child support. What? What is your child doing for $2,000 a month?
Mm.
I personally, and I'm gonna say this, I personally feel like when it comes to it, and I know that it's a lot of, and I'm not gonna lie, I did see a lot of young ladies, you know what I'm saying, that young age group that's probably about, maybe they probably about 28, 29, up in that age group. A lot of those, that age group, they ain't play about their kids. Because a lot of those kids did open up scholarships and they opened up bank accounts and they did that. Like they real deal. Because like my daughter, that's one thing she ain't played by at all. Like when it came down to the kids, it was insurance, and we gonna make sure that this is what we got when it comes to my child, to make sure I don't give a damn if it's a daddy around or not. And I feel when it comes to, like I just told my nephew, he just had a baby. You sir, go put yourself on child support.
That's the best thing to do. That's the best thing. See, okay, now I got to tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that child support, when you go to child support court, the first thing that they're supposed to do is alert you that you have the ability to get shared custody. That's the first
Right.
thing. The courts never tell you that because ignorance of the law is not their fault, but they're supposed to alert you
Exactly.
that you're supposed to be able to get shared custody, a time agreement, whatever the case may be, once you're paying
Exactly.
child support. And a lot of men fail to get that time share. And it make your child support higher because they don't know when you got the kid, and they just going off what the mama said. So the best thing to do is put yourself on child support and tell the judge, hey man, look, check this out. I want this holidays, I want birthdays, I want this weekends, that weekends, and for the summer and all of that shit. Because all that shit has to be taken in accountability.
And I tell my fathers that's listening, if you can take your ass to the club on the weekends, you can go pay their health insurance. I don't give a damn if you had to go get that the what is it, the health care government, whatever. Go and pay your child insurance, health insurance. That limits a lot of stuff. When y'all complaining now, I'm saying this, and I mean this to the mothers out here that's real deal out here needing it and struggling that do not have no support. If you are using the system to get what you need to do to handle your business, do that. But to the ones that sitting at home, I personally said, and they asked me, I feel that as a mother, if you have a child on child support, both parents should have to contribute to something. You should not be allowed to. You should not be allowed to receive child support, and that's your only source of income. And then receive government assistance while the father have to work. You should. That's crazy. On
That's real.
anyway, and a lot of
That's
women
real.
on child support too. But that's insane. That's literally insane.
I made a post on my page and I said, if you get pregnant and the man says he don't want the child, what's your next step? All of these women on there talking about have my baby, it's a sin against God. I can't kill my baby. And then you get mad when the man ain't taking care of the man already told you he won't. You chose to keep this baby. And then you talking about God this and God this. You ain't living by God anyway. You having sex without being married and all this stuff, but now you want to use God as a reason why you kept this baby.
I seen a video. They had a video that was like that, and the man was telling the girl. He asked her. He said, "I told you in the beginning I did not want any kids," and she said, "Well, I stopped taking it." She was like, "So you thought that I was gonna stay with you and we weren't gonna never have no kids?" He said, "But I told you that I did not want no kids." She said, "Well, I'm pregnant now, and I guess I'm just have to put you on child support." And the look on this man's face was like, you really did just set me up. And it's, when you're younger and you think about stuff, you don't really think about it. But when you get grown and you start re-looking and looking at stuff, that shit crazy as hell.
And another thing they said he should have wore protection. He knew I could have got pregnant. Hold on, who body that is? First of all, let me ask you that. Who body?
But she
So you don't care about STDs, you don't care about getting pregnant. It's only up to him. And this goes back to what we were saying earlier. Men get bullied by everything. We get punished for everything. No matter what a woman's choice is, the man still gonna look like the bad guy.
It's true. It's true. Because to look at all
if she have a baby and the dude take care of the baby for, let's say the dude take care of the baby for 15 years and then find out it ain't healed. You know what women gonna say? Well, he should have went and got a blood test. That's on him. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna never say the mama dead wrong for that shit.
It's true. It's true. I can't lie. I mean, it's everywhere. Everywhere you go now, men, and I know they say like this is the sassy era or whatever. And I done been, I have called some men sassy because it is some men out there that is overly fucking sassy. But then there are that we do have to look at, and I won't say soft men, but I just feel like we have a lot of emotionally broken men and young boys.
And you know what that is? You know, I'm finna blow your mind with this one. So now that there are feminine men like gay men, now that we got all these goddamn dudes that's openly gay,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's doing something to the men to be like it's okay to show your emotion through the gay dude. I can't make this shit up, dog. I don't know how to explain it.
I'm
Yeah.
invested. I really invested in that because I thought about that the other night. I was looking at they kept showing me what's the little rapper name that's rapping for Mark Jacobs with the little skirt on.
Yeah, I don't
Uh
even listen to the music, so I wouldn't really
no,
know.
it's the little boy Uzi Vert. I don't listen to him anyway, but they showed him on the cover of Black, and he got on his little skirt. He got on a full
Hold
black
on one
skirt.
second. I'm trying to get this child out the car for my mama.
Uh-huh. But this man is dressing like a woman and his mannerisms, but then you see a lot of the little boys that want to go. My whole thing is I'm not one for like the labels, and I'm not into all that. Whatever a person do is their business. I don't, I really don't care. But when it comes to like it's being overly pushed, like, so, and I do agree with you. It's a lot of men that I don't know if they don't. I don't know because it's even some men that you would never ever ever, and they done showed some very feminine ways lately.
Right.
So I don't know if
I'm
that's
just
the
telling you.
phase or
I think these dudes looking at these gay dudes being able to voice themselves, and that's what they're doing, dog.
But that's how it always started, though. When one person fight for inclusion or fight to be included, then it starts something. That's just like when we was talking about the whole, when they was talking about the transgenders in the bathroom and the whole thing going on and how men feel, and it's just like when you do take a man feeling into consideration, if you have a man, I don't know. Like y'all have to see because then if they put the men back in the bathroom with y'all, I don't know.
That shit crazy, dog.
Like it is. It's I don't know. Because
What's up, bro?
either way it's really not it can't be really be
Put the lady
inclusion because
food down. We got
it's that's I don't know. I don't know. Maybe these I don't know, maybe Walter, where you at? Zoe, where you at? What y'all think? Y'all think that that the men are becoming a little bit more softer and emotional now because of the LGBTQ movement?
because it's getting normal. Gay is being normalized. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So even though they not gay, they still I want to say picking up the trait of being able to express themselves or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And plus, they teaching that shit to our kids in school now. Express yourself. It's gonna be fine. Don't you know what I'm saying? So now young boys growing up, like you know what I'm saying? They ain't the hard ass little boys like we. Bitch, they wear helmets when they ride bicycles. Bitch, we fell off. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What it says, Zoe said, motherfuckers ask me if I'm cheating. I tell her I'm not doing anything that you probably ain't already did. So if you don't catch me raw dog like didn't catch you, then shut the fuck up. Now you know what? See, listen, listen. I'll tell you quick. You ain't got to cheat on me. It said what it say? What was the last comment? You ain't got to cheat on me. Just tell me this ain't what you want and go on. You're trying to get me blocked by talking about the alphabet people. No, I'm not. Because as we know, I identify as listen,
Hey, check it out. Hey,
last
hey man,
little bit
appreciate
come
you
out.
having me on, baby. But I gotta finish this bathroom. You see how many
That's
traffic come
right.
out of this
Thank,
house?
go ahead. Thank you. We appreciate you for being here. We'll see you next time.
All right, my love, take it easy.
All right. Bye bye. Thank you. All right, y'all. So yeah. But y'all keep it going. So, Mr. I am not trying to get you thrown out of here. I'm just being real. The comment and it was made that do you feel that men are now becoming more softer or now feeling more comfortable expressing their softer sides because so many laws and things are being passed when it comes to the LGBT community? It's the women babying their boys. They won't let them be men. They think I'm hard on my grandsons and shit. but I'm making them become men. No, I 100% agree because I have a 12-year-old grandson, and he not the one. Well, this year he said he gonna play basketball, but I don't. I'm not real like overly hard on him, but I'm not soft on him either. Like I don't baby him. I let him know that you're a young man. He's allowed to show his emotions. He's allowed to express his feelings. But as far as that, nah, we ain't doing none of that. And whatever he is or choose to be in life, that's his business. But we not doing none of that. Not even when it comes to my granddaughter. Because and in this world, and it's sad to say we already dealing with what y'all calling these trifling ass women. But can you imagine what it's gonna be like in the next 10, 15 years when these younger generation that's coming up now, when they get there because of all the stuff that's getting out of control now, when these little ones start to come up if we don't get it under control, and what the men gonna be like and what the boys are gonna be like in the next 20 years. I don't know. Mr. Rob had to leave us, but we appreciate him coming out. As always, Miss K. We lost her. She'll probably come back in a little bit, but we'll just go back over some of the statistics like we were stating. Women's issues with men having boundaries, and we stated that 64% of the women feel responsible for managing their partner's emotions. 57% of women believe that setting boundaries is actually selfish, and that's a report from the Huff Post. 46% feel uncomfortable asserting their own needs and desires. So when it comes to the 46% of women don't feel that, like, they don't feel comfortable being able to assert that around their man for whatever his reasons or their reasons is. 40% feel they're walking on eggshells to avoid upsetting the partner. And again, that goes back to when you have a person that does not and cannot express their emotions. When you have a person that's bottling up emotions, that because it's if we look in society right now and we look at a lot of the stuff that's going on, and if we look in a lot of people that lose their life, and a lot of that stuff comes from a person that's frustrated, a person that's tired, and we do have a lot of women, but there are a lot of men, and we are seeing a lot more of younger men that are taking not only somebody's life but their own lives. And that's crazy because and a lot of it's being done on social media for whatever the reasons. But you know we have a lot of men that are dealing with a lot of stuff, which leads us into mental health issues, dealing with mental health stuff. Some already had mental health issues, some of them dealing with trauma. So, it's a lot of stuff that plays a part in men lives. And when we do sit back and dissect men, we do talk about how women have it hard, and we do. But when we're looking at a person, let's see. Women always tell men that they can come talk to them when they feel they need to, but when they do, they tell their sisters, friends, mothers. So fuck telling a chick what bothers me. That's why I asked for a male psychiatrist. She won't be chewing me when she gets around her other psychologist friends. Laugh out loud. See, but that ain't fair because you know what I'm saying. You don't ain't got to sit back and tell. Well, they shouldn't be somebody telling your business. All my little clients know when I get ready to talk that I'm gonna tell them. All my clients know that I tell them I use situations and stories that they deal with that we may discuss for stuff on my for my show. But it's not for me to go sit with nobody and just sit down and tell nobody business. What was that post from? I see we got something from Miss Teresa. How you doing, Teresa? Women need to learn their places. We are good in the bedroom and some in the kitchen. Just be a woman and stop trying to be everything. All right. If y'all don't know, okay, Miss Teresa, I get where you going with that, but we not teaching that one either. I understand what you're saying. Women, we are good in the bedroom and we good in the kitchen, but there are a lot more roles that women play in the household besides just those two places. Because yes, I cook, I guess in the bed, whatever. But there are also other roles that we play in 2024 when it comes to contributing. Because just being food and sex is not enough for a man mentally. And that's what, if you missed that earlier, that's what they were trying to express. Anybody could just get them sex. Anybody could get them a food, but can you give them peace? And a lot of people lose sight of that when people say that, oh, I get him. That don't mean nothing because I'm pretty sure they can go get sex from anybody. They can go get some better sex from somebody. When it comes down to cooking a meal, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's somebody out there that can cook a meal better than you. But it comes out, and that's what that goes to a lot of men say, what do you bring to the table? Those two things is absolutely not what we discussing. And I know when the men say, them being leaders in a household, yes, a man can be a leader in a household. A man is supposed to be the leader in the household. It was a post earlier, like I said, by Zoe had posted. But when it comes to a woman's supposed to be on the, what I'm saying, they're like they say the real, which means just side by side. Now, excuse me, that doesn't mean that when they go somewhere she supposed to step for no, it's him. It's supposed to be the man. He is the provider. He is the leader. We supposed to be on the side. We supposed to, what I'm saying. We're supposed to make sure that they're good. We're supposed to take care of them so that they are able to take care of us. And sex in the kitchen is not enough. That's not enough. Um, Also, when it comes down, it says that when it comes to the men, 30% report feeling resentful or angry when their partner sets boundaries. And that's a lot of women, and that goes to a lot of these women that want to tell them about the restaurants to go to, that want to tell them about, oh, they don't want this type of car, or they don't want this particular thing or that particular thing. All of that stuff plays into these men mindset. When you have these men that start acting crazy, or you say acting crazy, or they start showing their feelings, it's because they are running into women that expect them to take them to $300 and $400 lunches. It's because they are running into women that feel like they can entertain multiple people when they're supposed to be in a committed relationship. Because I said every time I see Raw, I just have to think about the fact that this man brought on some statistics about how women cheat, and women cheat way more than men. I'm looking into hosting resources for us men mental health. I'm saying, what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff, but men have to. Men need to be. Men need, they need an outlet. Men need to be able to go and have an outlet. Here you go, though. So you telling me though that a woman only need to be in the kitchen and in the bedroom? There are more places that a woman that can be an asset to a relationship besides those two places. But it has to be healthy. Also, I just can't with him. I just can't with him. But yeah, so that was and then so we had some articles. I thought Miss K was gonna make it back, but I guess she ain't gonna make it back in here with us. So we did let's see, yep. Well, I'm freaky, so she could be in more places. And that, but that's true. That's true too. But you have to have that though in a healthy relationship. That has to be healthy. And when it do come to that, if you have a healthy relationship, then most of the time that is a part anyway. You're gonna get that because you happy and y'all into each other, and that's what you feeling. And it should be that way. But that shouldn't be the only thing that you bring to the table. It's just sex and in the kitchen. Walter says, if a woman will do her job, we can do our job and we can live happily ever after. When women try to come to our side, things get messed up. And hey, Teresa from Walter. I agree with you to a certain degree on that. And then that might, I agree with that. But it also goes back to the communication that you have that's inside that relationship. Because if it gets to then that means somebody dropping the ball because something is not being communicated effectively, or one of y'all is not getting it. And sometimes it, for whatever reasons, it can go back to the man not wanting to express his true feelings, like Zoe said, and like Rob said, and like Walter said, because those things are turned back around on them or used against them. So men feel that they cannot express themselves, which should not be. And I know that it happens, what I'm saying? It happened with women, it happened with men. But it's sad that when it happens to a woman can speak on it. Zoe says, I need a woman to have my back when I'm down, pick up my slack. That's right. Listen. I'm trying to tell you. Walter say then when men let the woman over to their side, women want their men to be on their side, and you got this fruity men that are. I love Walter. I do. But you know it, and that was something else that we seen that, and I seen that they got a somebody said something about that. How it's a lot of women that are choosing to marry a lot of men that are a lot more softer or flamboyant for whatever the reasons. I don't know. That's not my thing. I dated women. I don't need no soft man. Like that's absolutely not. I don't. I don't get that, Walter. Like I don't know. Zoe, why do you feel like these women are marrying these soft men or wearing these marrying the more sassy men, if that's what we gonna call them? I don't know what's the term for them. Teresa, I agree with Walter. Women are screwing up the cycle of life. Let men be men and stay in your lane, ladies. Much better lifestyle, no stress. I mean, I could see that. If a man don't have stress and he in a relationship, then they won't. So say so they can be in charge. But that's what I'm saying. Like some women are just strong minded or maybe dependent, but don't want to be like, I don't want to be the leader. I'm okay with being the support system. Like I don't want to be the leader. I don't been the leader all my life. Like in relationships, I don't want that. Like I don't mind letting the man lead and him doing his thing. Like I really don't mind that. I don't, and I see a lot of women do, or it's an issue. A lot of women have had problems with that. But I mean, I really don't. It's like I said again, if it's healthy, if it's somebody that's not overbearing, if it's somebody that's not, you know what I'm saying, that's not abusive, if it's not a toxic relationship, if you know, if they know what they're doing. Because again, I'm not listening to nobody that's leading me in circles. Let's just understand that. That's one thing we're gonna clearly get understood. I'm not listening to anybody that's gonna lead me in circles. However, if you are somebody and you can lead me and we're productive and this is what's going on, then yes, and that's what the goal is. Zoe said, my oldest son, baby mama broke up with me because my brother caught her cheating on me and she married the dude because she can run him. And you know what? And see, and that happens. And that's, you know, a lot of women do. They will get with a softer man. They will get with these men that they can run and cheat on. But that's like, again, I don't want no soft man. I don't. I don't think there's nothing, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing appealing about a soft man. Um, Especially one that wants to be in a leadership role. That you know what I'm saying. And again, you know, and to each his own. Everybody had their own thing. But when it comes to the traditional relationship, people being in traditional relationships, allowing men to be emotional, you know, women, we have to, you know, go ahead and we have to look at that when it comes from a relationship point of view. And when you're trying to deal with a person, even when you're dealing with your children at home and you're dealing with your sons and you're dealing with your daughters, you have to remember that one day those children are going to be out in this society and they are going to have to date the children of the world. Like your children are going to date somebody eventually in their life once, you know what I'm saying, when they get older. And the person that they date, regardless of how you raise your child, you don't know how another person is raising their child. So if we go ahead and do a lot of the traumas, a lot of the relationship traumas, a lot of the men making it okay for men to express themselves and their emotions. Let's see, the dude that she married was soft in school. We graduated the same year, and we used to think he was and he probably is. Walter, ever since Beyonce told these helpers that women run the world, you got men not getting sleep because they got to do dishes and stuff when they should be resting after work to go back to work the next day. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. I personally, I don't mind my partner helping out because a partner will help out, but I don't expect that. Like I expect my partner on their days off to actually take their days off, whether they're gonna do it or not. You know what I'm saying? to be able to pour into them when they feeling broken. Like I don't want that. I don't like stress. Stress makes me sick. So being in a relationship where you can like talk, yeah, talk effectively with somebody and y'all can communicate, that's great. But ladies, we got work to do. And if we the reason why these men ain't men, then we got something to do. But we are down to the last 5 minutes of the show, and I want to thank everyone who tuned in today. We especially want to thank Mr. Rob Sessions for tuning in with us today. As we discuss why it is so taboo for men to express their emotions. And as we discuss the women's issues with boundaries, if you go ahead and go on to the Make It Make Sense with Auntie's Facebook page, there's a list with all the statistics on there. Now, go ahead and tell you before we leave. If you go and subscribe now on Facebook to the Auntie's Chris page, you can now subscribe. It's 99 cents right now. So y'all want to subscribe now. All the information I will be uploading the rest of the book that goes along is dealing with domestic violence in the youth and young adults, also as men. So I will be releasing the bits of the book in the group. So if you subscribe now, then most likely, you know what I'm saying, you'll get it within the 30 days. You'll receive the 30 days. So each day you will receive one of the pages, which will end up eventually, you'll have a complete planner for 99 cents. And I promise you the price is going up. I will be putting it on Kindle and things soon. So the price is gonna be a lot more than 99 cents. So you would want to go and subscribe to Auntie Chris page for that. What else? I'm thinking, oh, make sure if you have any graphic design needs that you get in touch with Smooth Transitions Designs. You can check him out on Facebook and on IG for all of your art needs. Again, that's Smooth Transitions Designs. Miss K, if you need bracelets and jewelry, she does the beaded bracelets. So, you can go ahead and contact Miss K on Facebook. Also, of course, Auntie. We have a Spotify podcast that is getting ready to be released, so y'all be looking out for that. Again, like I said, the books will be getting ready to come out on Kindle. If you need any of our shirts, we do have a store link that you can find on either YouTube or on our Facebook page. If you would like to donate to the show, if you would like to, what I'm saying, if you would like to make a donation, you can hit me up at the $ AUNTI 79 on Cash Up to show some love. If you would like to purchase one of our shirts, you can go ahead, same link, and the shirts are $25. If you would like to order one of the Make It Make Sense shirts or the Blood Don't Make You family, thank you all for coming out. I hope to see you all next Thursday at 5 p.m. Remember that blood don't make you family, and always, when life gives you lemons, you make it make sense with Auntie. Thank you all for coming out, and I will see you all next Thursday at 5 p.m. BFAM 109.6 FM.